Hey, what's going on, all my good buddies and friends out there in YouTube land? It's your good buddy Knick-Knack. It is a nice, gorgeous Saturday morning here in the 80233, and I am rolling up to my good buddy Uncle Pat's house. Why? Because he just got in the mail, that's right, the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Grand Moff Tarkin, and we're going to do a little review for you. It's going to be completely awesome, so stick around, all right? Alrighty, so here we are. We're in front of Uncle Pat's house right now, and he is actually on babysitting duty right now. So he's watching his 1-year-old son. So this video is going to be a little more organic than usual, but that's okay because you know what? The Plastic Planet is about real life, and we're grounded in reality here. That sometimes you have to do these things. So anyway, I'm going to silently knock on the door and see if try not to get everything going. I already got his dogs barking. And there's Uncle Pat. Hey, Uncle Pat. How's it going? All right, we're going to go inside before all the dogs get out, so let's do that. See, we even scared the little guy.
This episode of the Plastic Planet is brought to you by Trojan Condoms. That's right, guys, whenever you're getting funky with your lady, never, ever let your little soldier go to war without first strapping on a rugged, dependable Trojan condom. Because fatherhood is forever.
It's just your good pal, Uncle Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
Hey, so we are here at Uncle Pat's house. His very fine son, who I admittedly scared the shit out of when I walked into your house, and I apologize for that, is up taking a nap. He's had his mac and cheese. We're all good. We're all good. Oh, the joys of fatherhood, right?
Indeed, right?
Yes, the joys of fatherhood. Anyway, you had one hell of a mail call this week, and that's why we're taking this field trip over to Uncle Pat's house and getting out of the Plastic Planet a little bit, because that's good to do sometimes. You got two figures here. Let's talk about both of them real fast. This one, obviously, I just reviewed last week because I got her myself. She is fantastic. This Empire Strikes Back Hoth Princess Leia.
Right, can't wait to open this one up. I haven't cracked it yet, but you know, double. Like I said, got two things. So should we show them the other thing?
Yeah, show them the other thing. Show them the other thing.
Here's really why you're here.
This is why we're here. As I teased in the car on my way over, the Grand Moff himself, Grand Moff Tarkin. Love original trilogy. So we're gonna crack this guy open for you guys and show you the ins and outs of him. Uncle Pat's obviously, out of the kindness of his heart, removed him from his shipper and his little plastic cocoon. Yes. And so we're going to break him open for you guys. This is going to be fantastic. All right.
The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away.
So, alrighty, so here is the outside of the box, and like I say on all my Hot Toys reviews, there's not much to look at here. Real standard, but we'll give it a 360 whirl for you. Nothing really to look at here, right? I don't think so. But there he is for you, looking fantastic. Let's get him open. Alrighty, and there is the interior art for you guys of this fantastic looking figure. Of course, we've got the Grand Moff himself there sitting in a nice chair, looking very bureaucratic and evil, I would say, with the great Dark Lord of the Sith looming in the background there. That's a fantastic looking box insert art, I believe, don't you think, Uncle Pat?
A little more subdued, I think, than the others we've seen from Hot Toys.
A little more subdued. They haven't borrowed images from other movies in this one. Like last week when I opened up my Hot Toys Leia and the Death Star 2 was looming in the background. It was sort of misplaced, I thought, but
quite makes sense.
But that's all right. That's all right. It's just box art. We're not going to get too much of a twist over that.
It's not really what we're about here. So.
No. So let's go ahead. Just go ahead and break them open there. We'll just keep the same shot going here and take a look. Oh, look at that. That looks great. Look at those accessories now. He's got his chair down there, if you can see.
That's right. Office furniture.
And are these what are these? These are like the little Imperial like rank
yeah, I don't even
bars they have,
but they do go in his
on his uniform. Power. Yeah, right. So, and he's got a couple of hand features there. Not a lot of accessories, but why would you expect a lot of accessories from a Grand Moff Tarkin?
No, he pretty much comes with himself.
I mean, honestly,
have a gun, you didn't
if
have
he came with a giant Imperial blaster, it'd be kind of stupid, I think. So that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So anyway, there he is, getting ready to get out. Let's go ahead and open him up for you guys. Alrighty, and here he is, unboxed in all of his glory with all of his wonderful accessories laid out for you guys, looking absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. A number of different hand accessories you can use to interpose and put him in different kind of poses there. Great-looking figure, he looks very, very Peter Cushing. It's like the guy just stepped right out and is here with us right now. It's absolutely amazing. What do you think, Uncle Pat?
Oh, I don't think you could ask for more in this particular figure. Hot Toys really nailed it. The likeness is the most important part of this, since it's relatively a standard, figure, Imperial figure, right? But not only in the likeness, and I always love how they get the glossiness on the eyes, so they look, wet almost.
Mm-hmm. Right. They almost glisten a little bit.
They do. Down to the liver spots and,
right.
that show his age.
Right, it really does.
Yeah.
If you
scroll down too, look at some of that. Look at the detailing on that costume. I mean, that is amazing. It's sewn together extremely tight. Those boots just, look like handcrafted leather boots.
Right. It was like part of the costuming. It's almost like they had him wearing like horseback riding pants.
Right.
But it totally like gives that. I mean, they nail it. The people at Hot Toys, the seamstresses. I don't want what else to call them, but really nail that. Really nail that look.
They do a great job down to the belt buckle. I mean, what were they called? The code?
They were called code cylinders. These things right here that we put on, that you put on his uniform. If anyone knows what those are for, I don't, and I'm ashamed to say that because I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, but I don't know what those are exactly for. Go ahead and feel free to comment down below and let us know, because we're dumbasses in that regard. Yeah. So let us know what those are for. Yeah. If they're for, I thought maybe they were for to show rank, maybe, but then what? Right, exactly. So if you know what those are for, what those code cylinders are for, that the figure comes with, and Grand Moff Tarkin, he comes with 4 of them. Go ahead and let us know in the comments section below. That would be awesome.
Yes. Another piece of interest here is Grand Moff's office furniture. His nice high back chair.
Look at that! I love the bottom. It's even got an adjuster down below. I mean, even in a galaxy far, far away, I guess some things have to look a little terrestrial, I guess.
Exactly.
It looks like outside of the back, it looks like it could be something you'd sit in your conference room on Monday morning and talk about sales revenue. But
though not the most comfortable of looking chairs either,
no, definitely not. Nice, definitely not.
And so we'll do in a moment. We'll do a pose with him in the chair.
Yeah, we'll get him in the chair for you guys in a second here. But just wanted to show off, and a few other things of note. He does come with some. These are. I'm going to be very careful not to get this. I thought at first we had to put these on him, and it's not going to focus in because they're so tiny. But they're just little, like, what would you call these things?
Well, they're part of the. We think they're part of the belt.
Part of the belt. These little notches on his belt. So he comes with extras of those. So we'll just carefully put those to the side. He does give you some other hand pegs for you, some extras, and then just a nice ensemble of various hand poses. Or you can have him point. You can have him, just like, I think this would be great for when he's in the chair, obviously, and then something he could maybe. Like he set this on his chin, maybe.
You can see him in the box photo.
Right, hand, exactly. So awesome. So let's get him in his chair. There's not a lot really to dissect about this figure. It's real basic, but sometimes that's the best.
It is.
All right, so let's get him in his chair for you guys and show you that. Alrighty, so here he is in his chair, looking completely awesome, sort of menacing, as his Imperial officer peers debate the logistics of this technological terror they've just recently constructed.
Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station.
And you'll notice there's an empty chair along the table there that was once occupied by, I would guess, none other than Director Krennic. Ever notice that in New Hope? There is an empty chair in the conference room, and there's been fan theories. Now I'm just talking out of my ass now.
Sure.
But there's been fan theories that was Director Krennic's chair at the Imperial when they're doing their little Imperial bad guy meeting.
Well, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Totally makes sense.
If he was in charge of such a big project, you'd think he'd have a seat at the table.
Right.
There.
Right. So if we're off base on that one, let us know in the comment section below too. I'm always up for discussion here on the Plastic Planet. But anyway, that's not here nor there. Look how great this figure looks. Now, I didn't personally put him in the chair. Uncle Pat did for us because it's his figure, and I'm not touching his $250 figure.
Right.
But go ahead and give it a spin for us a little bit, Uncle Pat, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Just kind of show it. He sits in it pretty well. And now, admittedly, we're not the all-star figure posers. But I think you did a pretty good job here.
Yeah, and I think that at the end of the day, I can probably get him better. It's just, I will say this is that he does require some additional
futzing.
Yeah, he's going to need, like, I bet I can get him in the chair looking really good, but it's adjusting the knees, and as those familiar with Hot Toys know, there's a double jointed knee, right, so that they can get deeper kneeling poses. So that gave me a little bit of trouble in positioning him here, deciding which one to bend it at, getting the feet positions right. It just takes some futzing, and the uniform does bunch up there. So
a little bit of bunching, right? But still, all in all, absolutely awesome looking. Let me get a really nice close up for you guys because I don't think I've done that yet. Look how great he looks. I mean, just look how fantastic that looks. I mean, it is like Peter Cushing in the flesh. And every time, I think it'll be a real event if we ever unbox a Hot Toys figure and like open it up and be like, oh my God, it feels like we just cleaned up dog shit in the backyard. This thing sucks so bad. Do you think we'll ever have a day when we actually have that happen?
It's not likely.
I don't know. I mean, I agree. I get it because there's some bias because, honestly, I mean, hey, look, this is a small channel. I have 123 subscribers at the time of this video. No one's sending us this shit for free. No. So this is our money, our figure, our investment. So odds are good we're not going to totally crap on it because there's a bias here. I mean, we paid for it. But still, I mean, even that aside, I just don't see it because this figure looks so amazing. And every time I unbox a Hot Toys figure, I'm using the same adjectives: awesome, amazing, fantastic. But it applies.
It does. And I do think you should point out we have pointed out some flaws in their figures, like when we did the armored Batman figure. Just he had some issues.
Absolutely,
he's still amazing.
Absolutely, it's true. And I will say this: I have complained in the past. If you go back and watch some of the other transmissions, I do complain rather justifiably about some Hot Toys' issues with their batteries and how these things are powered. This is obviously a moot point here because Governor Tarkin doesn't require any batteries. But yeah, that's true. That is a criticism I've had. So I guess we can put that in our belt as our attempt to be objectionable reviewers, I guess.
Exactly.
Right.
Which we try.
Right. Anyway, fantastic looking figure though. Wow. My jaw's at the floor. And I've been on the fence about whether I was going to personally pick this figure up or not, and I think that I may be doing some budgeting for it here in the near future.
I think that would be wise. I'm very happy with it.
Awesome. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap up our review of this awesome Grand Moff Tarkin, but looky here. We got a little bonus time for you. That's right. We're going to be going over his real fast, since we're on this field trip, and get this all in one big shot. It's going to be awesome. We're going to also be reviewing his awesome 1/6 scale from Sideshow Collectibles, not Hot Toys, from Sideshow Collectibles, the Zuckuss, right? I keep wanting to call him Forlong. I want to call him Forlong because of the classic Kenner mistake between when Kenner called this guy Forlong and then called the protocol droid, insectoid protocol droid Zuckuss. But anyway, this is Zuckuss and of course Dengar. So we're just gonna give you guys a quick overview of these two figures as well. All right.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
Alrighty, wow, what a bonus time this is gonna be because these figures are absolutely awesome and amazing. But they truly are. And of course, like I said, these are actually Sideshow Collectibles figures, not Hot Toys. But still, you know what? I've always kind of advocated and said, and I've read other people have this opinion as well, that Hot Toys is absolutely awesome for like main core, like human main characters.
You really have to have the likeness has to be spot on.
Where the likeness has to be spot on. Where Sideshow does actually a really fantastic job with like droids and monsters, I think.
Yes, agreed.
So or aliens, I should say in this case. But as you can see, yeah, this Zuckuss figure is absolutely awesome. His soft goods are really cool. What are your feelings? You've had this figure for how long have you had this guy now?
It's been a few weeks now. So I got all these in a number, which is great for the pocketbook, right? But
oh yeah.
So he doesn't come with much. He comes with 2 other sets of hands, and pretty much what you see here.
Right. Yeah, this isn't a formal unboxing. Obviously, we're just giving you guys a little blush of of the quality and awesomeness of this particular figure.
Right. Soft goods are great. I think if I have any complaints about him, his scale seems a little bit off. And my view on all of the bounty hunters, which I've been collecting, right, for the Sideshow bounty hunters, is they're really good. But are they completely movie accurate?
Maybe a little off. What in this character here makes you feel like he's a little less movie accurate?
Mainly height and sort of girth. When I see him in the movie, he always looks a little chunkier because it may just be because of his garments were fluffed out a little bit more, right? So I think they missed that a tiny bit, and it's also a little darker in spots in the movie. But again, these are minor concerns. They did a pretty good job. I just feel like he's just a little bit slimmer and a little bit taller than he was in the movie.
Gotcha. I gotta say though, the detail here is amazing. Look at I love the his backside here. That looks so cool.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. They did a lot of great things here. The soft goods work are great as usual. Again, it's just some things that just make him not quite
right.
100%
right,
which I find Hot Toys does a better job of capturing.
Exactly. I love the pseudo transparency in his eyes, and the various texturing on his eyes. He looks very insectoid there, looking really cool. Looks like he's got some kind of I haven't read like the technical journals on Zuckuss or anything like that, but it looks like he's got some kind of breather here.
Yeah,
breathing apparatus that looks like it's powered in the back here.
Right.
So that's really, really cool. Again, the soft goods is awesome. Now I have the Hasbro version of this figure, which
as do I.
Which I always felt held up really, really well over the years. But wow, I mean, again, this is a figure I don't have personally myself, and oh man, again, you're making me kind of green here with jealousy, dude, because this is pretty awesome.
He is pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, very, very cool, very, very cool indeed. Now let's bring in the other one you've recently collected, and that is of course Dengar.
No, I've been waiting for this figure for a long time, only because I think every Dengar we've ever had has been... He's the one they've had the hardest time capturing anything accurate.
Right. I remember the 12-inch Dengar that Hasbro put out. God, what was that, man? That was over 10 years ago now. Maybe
more than that.
Maybe almost 15?
Yeah.
15 maybe? Yeah, that figure came out in 02, 03. If someone knows, again, let us always correct us in the comments section. Feel free to do so. But yeah, I don't remember when Hasbro came out with that. I remember when Hasbro came out with all their 12-inch bounty hunters, and we were very excited and collected all of them. I did, you did. Yep. Our good buddy Trav did. If you want to meet Trav, you can go back and check out his 1/1 scale collection in one of my other videos. There, it's labeled with a 1/1 scale Darth Maul figure. So go if you want to meet Uncle Trav or Uncle Trav. If you want to go meet Trav, I keep calling him Uncle Trav. If you want to go meet Trav, go check out that video. But yeah, he was also one of we were kind of the three amigos of collecting back in the day when it was hardcore Hasbro. Kind of in the prequels era, but anyway, that's not here nor there. But yeah, when we were collecting those figures, the Dengar was definitely the weakest of the lot, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
To your point, and this figure, wow, look at the face sculpt on it. Look at the scarring.
Yep, they really nailed it with even the detail on his cowl or head wrap, whatever you want to call that.
Right.
The little buttons on the front. I mean, I'll give them this, that they really did a great job.
Yeah.
And talking about girth, Dengar always had this chunky look to him, and if you look at him, they really padded him up, so he looks a little bit.
But he looks much more slimmed down compared to the other Dengars I've seen. I mean,
yes,
he's always kind of weird. It looks like he's basically wearing snowtrooper armor. It looks. I've always thought.
Right. Well, you can tell it's modified Imperial armor.
Right.
If you swing him around to the back, you can check out his backpack, which is also...
Look at the detailing
awesome.
On that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. This is a gorgeous figure, dude.
And zoom out a little bit real quick and check this out. It's a nice feature.
Ooh, look at that.
Magnet.
It's a magnet. Show the backside. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic.
So you can pose him, because obviously this shows it's much more open, but that's a nice way to just pop that on and you're done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a great looking figure. What I love about this figure is I just love the detailing on his face. Now it's not, now of course the camera's not, there it is, focusing in. I love the detailing on his face, all the scarring. I mean, this is a man that's seen some shit in his life.
Right.
You know, very cool. I mean, it gives the, I mean, without telling a story, it gives the character a ton of depth.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It does.
I love that.
That's, I've always felt like what George Lucas and his team did, and regardless of how you feel about the new movies, I mean, the character design, the visual detail that he would paint, that Lucas would have painted into his movies, you know,
Stunning.
And that's why I think that's why these characters, because they have pretty much zero backstory except for the Clone Wars cartoon, right?
No.
But everybody's drawn to them, and that's why.
Well, let's face it. From a complete cinematic standpoint, the entire cadre of bounty hunters outside of Boba Fett are all just stand-in props.
Exactly.
And yet, they have stood the test of time as beloved characters for not having a single damn line in the movie.
Exactly.
Right?
They pretty much did that.
That just speaks to the brilliance of the artisans that worked on The Empire Strikes Back at Lucasfilm in 1979, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, not just George Lucas, but you know, the costume designers and the set designers, and you know, and the people that I mean IG-88, for instance, is, I mean, the characters had so many stories written about him and whatnot, and he was literally a mannequin basically that just stood there.
Yep,
and
exactly.
the head, and I think the only technical aspect of that particular character was, I think, the head spun around once, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it had a blinking light in his cylinder head. So, you know, again, absolutely fantastic. These two are absolutely amazing. I'm going to put them together one more time as sort of a compare and contrast. Like I said, we're on a field trip today, so can't dig into the detail that sometimes we do on these figure reviews, but I just wanted to show off these to you guys because these guys are absolutely fantastic and absolutely great purchases. And if this wasn't $500 staring at me in the face right now, I would go and order these right now. Are these still? Do you know if these are still available at SideshowToy.com? I'm not sure if they are or not.
I was looking at the other day. I don't know that they are. I don't know that they are.
Yeah, these might be sold out at Sideshow Toy.
Small runs.
That doesn't mean they're not available in other places on the internet, but if you are still interested in getting these, you may have a little bit of a tough time. Again, now, is your bounty hunter set complete?
It is. So
Wow.
we might want to show folks.
Can we show that? Let's
Absolutely.
do that for you guys. Let's get all the bounty hunters up here so you guys can see those. All right, and here are all your bounty hunters set up together. What a display this is, as you have it backdropped with your vintage. I want to say vintage one sheet 27 by 40 Empire Strikes Back poster.
Correct.
Looking absolutely fantastic. Look at these guys. This is an investment here, Uncle Pat. You should be very proud.
Considering how expensive all these guys are.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
Right. And your dog's barking out there.
Yeah,
But that's okay.
That's why we're doing a video.
That's okay. That's okay. We could. That's okay. This is a very organic video today. I mean, that's okay. That's not a bad thing, because just look at the awesomeness of these figures. It doesn't really matter, does it? Look at Bosk. Now, we reviewed Bosk way back in the beginning of the channel. If you want to dig, you might be able to find that. I think it's in one of my earlier transmissions. I think it was in our Fireside Chat transmission, where we did review him as well. So that's fantastic. We actually show him with my other Bosk from Sideshow, an earlier version of Bosk from Sideshow. So you can see that compare and contrast on that video. But again, absolutely awesome. And of course, here is Forlom with Zuckuss standing together as they should be. The two insectoid bounty hunters, or the insectoid droid version, and then the insectoid himself, Zuckuss. So absolutely awesome. And of course, that Boba Fett's a little older. I actually got that for you. I did buy that for you. It was actually, in full disclosure, it was for some artwork that you commissioned for me. So I hooked you up with the Sideshow figure rather than paying you. I thought that would be a better use of your talents.
Well, that's probably where it would have went anyways.
That's true. And then, of course, IG-88 and of course the Dengar we just looked at. Absolutely awesome. Let me get one. Let's just take that in for just one more second. Now, there's an awesome looking display. That gives a Fonzie thumbs up for me. Alrighty, so thank you so much, Uncle Pat, for letting us come over today and check out your awesome new acquisitions into your collection.
Indeed.
Absolutely awesome. Those bounty hunters look so good, and that Grand Moff Tarkin, mwah, absolutely great.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny. Well, it's tough when you get the credit card bills on those, but absolutely awesome. So thank you so much for coming over I came
For you
over.
coming over,
Yeah, thank you so much for
scaring my
having
kid and-
scaring your kid and you know and totally like impositioning you on a Saturday morning. I totally appreciate that actually for letting us come over and shoot today. So that was totally awesome. Thank you so much. And that's going to wrap things up from this edition of the Plastic Planet. Once again, here's my spiel. Please like and please subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I really need that to happen. We want to grow this channel, and you know, I feel like an infomercial every time I have to say that, but we want to grow this channel.
Just takes one little click.
Yeah, honestly, I'll never ask you for money. I'll never ask you for anything. All I ask is that you watch us, comment, subscribe, and like. So thank you so much. So that's going to wrap things up. And once again, you know what? Hey guys, go out there because there's fun shit to buy. So go buy some shit. Make some poor financial decisions. Your wife doesn't care. She's cool. She told me it's cool. She told me it's cool, man. The wife, the girlfriend, she's cool. Mom, dad, they're cool, man. They're cool. You live in their basement. It's cool. You don't have to pay rent. Go buy a Hot Toys figure. Yeah. All right. Till next time. God, you know, go to Home Depot, rent one of those dumpster bags, and throw some shit out. Alrighty, so yub assholes. Hey, it's your good buddy Knick-Knack, and right now, I'm actually sitting on the toilet. That's kind of awkward and gross, right? I mean, maybe I'm doing some business here, or maybe I'm just sitting here. You don't know. And that's what could be really, really uncomfortable for you right now. So go ahead. Why wait? Go ahead and click on another Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet video. There's one right here, and one over here, and one up there. And if you're not a subscriber yet, well, damn it, get on it and click right there. It's no problem, and all this will go away. This whole nasty imagery will go away for you if you just click on another video right now. I mean, that's all you got to do. Just click on another video. I mean, there could be a horrible plop at any moment. That would be nasty. You don't want to hear that. Yeah, you probably want to click on another video now. I mean, that's what I'd do. You're still here? Seriously? Man, you are messed up.